Here, what better way than starting with the Transformers panel? We were so excited here to be with you guys. As we were walking down the hall, we saw a lot of empty hallways. We're like, do you think anybody's in a show? And there was like this line around the bend, and Mike's like, oh, good, thanks. They showed up. So we're so excited to talk to you guys. My name is Jerry Javoy, Marketing Director for Transformers, and a lot of recognize a lot of faces in the crowd from various cons, and BotCon and San Diego Comic-Con, and a lot of Transformer fans. So thank you for coming out. Thank you for being a fan of the Transformers brand.
Bring back Unicron!
Unicron! So one of my favorites. But you guys make the brand, and we love you guys. So I just want to introduce the team real quick. We'll just go right down the line. We've got Mr. Andy Schmidt, Director of Transformers IP. Mr. Clint Chapman, Global Brand Manager. Mr. Mike Vogel, Vice President of Development, Hasbro Studios. Mr. Brian Leonard, Executive Director, Hasbro Studios. Mr. Dwayne Capizzi, Co-Executive Producer and Co-Developer, Transformers Prime. And finally, at the end there, well, the big poobah, the grand poobah, Jeff Klein, Executive Producer and Developer of Transformers Prime.
Yes. The wars rule.
So as we talk about Transformers today, thank you for coming out. We've got a great hour to spend with you, and we're going to show you some cool stuff, some cool show clips. We're going to show you maybe some cool toys. And we look forward to it. I'm going to introduce Mr. Mike Vogel. He's going to take us through some fun stuff from Hasbro Studios.
Oh, yeah.
All right. I want everybody to be as excited as this guy is right here. I am Vice President of Creative at Hasbro Studios, and I can't talk. I literally forgot who I was. But I have the distinct honor of working with these guys on our little Emmy Award-winning show, Transformers Prime. And thank you guys for being such great fans of the show. We have some really cool stuff to show you today. Got some teases for some stuff that's coming along. But before we do that, we thought we would kick things off with a where we are so far in season 2 clip reel, because who doesn't like to watch clip reels of awesomeness?
Are you certain I am worthy? You have no idea. We rolling or not? What do you mean you can't? The first 3 times.
How's the quality? Kind of pixelated?
Soundwave. Trying to send us to the scrapyard? I haven't had this much fun since I punched that hole in Cliff Jumper.
Awesome, thanks.
Hey, watch the finish!
Thanks, Techno.
Which way's the bathroom? Relax. I trained in covert ops.
I don't care if you're a trick by ninja. Mama has eyes in the back of your head.
You are no longer
Yes. Thanks, the daytime man.
Kiss your armor goodbye. I call it the Dark Star Saber. Slayer of Primes, if you will.
Yeah, I'm cool with that, man. Actually, I've been meaning to ask you. I need a plus one for, well, we'll talk about it.
The final entry has been decoded. Smokescreen? No!
Wow.
You're low on TP.
Yeah, I actually caught myself. I actually caught myself. Right when I said I was like,
Shh, that's coming up. So before we get to that, you know, just for you guys, two
We
seasons.
should tell people that took you up through episode 22 of season 2.
Yeah.
And episode 23 actually premieres tomorrow.
Yes, it does. Yes, that's every 2 weeks. What is it like working on the show? What is it like having a show that each week it's like more epic than it's ever been before? And how do you keep it up in 2 seasons and beyond?
Yeah, very little sleep. And, I don't know where it comes from. We have a great writing staff and a great creative staff, and our directors are amazing, and we kick around ideas, we hash it all out in the room, and I think with a show like this, as much as we can, we want every episode to stand alone and feel like a complete experience, where it's over, you're satisfied. I think we hit a point in season 2 where that just went out the window. The epicness was just, overtaking us, and, we just finally said, you know what, it is a serialized, continuing storyline, and will continue to be.
One of the nice things about an all CG show, all-configured show, is the more episodes you do, the better it actually gets from a visual standpoint. The quality of animation gets a little bit higher. You can reuse all the stuff you've already built and bring more stuff into it. So actually, the deeper we get in, the more episodes we get to do, the more stuff we get to do. And that's kind of fun, because as good as we all thought season 1 ended up looking, we were very happy with it. Season 2 was better. And actually, deeper into season 2, it will only get better.
And so with a brand like Transformers, it's been around for 25 years, and you guys have done a lot of stuff that 30.
You said 28.
28? Okay, almost in there. But for someone like for a show, sorry, you threw me off, man. I'm sorry. For a brand that is that mature and has so much story and so much character, I mean, you guys have done a really great job of kind of great homages to the classic stuff that people love, but you've also done a lot of new stuff, whether it's through design, story arcs, changes. Do you guys feel a pressure to balance that? I mean, how much of it is we need to stay true to this, and how much of it is we need to do something new?
I think there's not a moment that goes by where we're not feeling pressure. We know the fan base is passionate, to say the least.
And some of that is not just you guys, but it's actually the people working on the show. There's a lot of them, a lot of our artists, a lot of our guys working on the show grew up with Transformers G1 and are as protective of it as you all are. But having said that, whenever you do something, you want to be able to bring something more to it. Part of it is just as creatives, you have desire to tell different stories, to tell them a different way. So honestly, the way the Transformers Prime works, best idea wins. It doesn't really matter where it comes from. So a lot of time is spent just throwing around ideas. This show had the benefit, and gives that benefit of a full-time writing staff, which most animated series, daytime animated series do not have. Most of the time you have maybe one head writer, tell the story, or there are a bunch of freelancers. But we actually have dedicated full-time writing staff, and 4 directors and their teams, and so we churn through story much faster than ever anticipated. We came up with kind of a 3 3-year document at the beginning that we thought for a minute might take us actually to the end of 3 years, and by the middle of season 2, I think we completely burned through everything in that. So you have such this constant need for story. So it's great to have all that history to be able to pull from and reference and sort of pull the best parts of, but then you also need to come up with what's new and what's different, what makes this a unique Transformers experience.
As you mentioned, a new episode airs tomorrow. Would you guys like to see a little clip of tomorrow's episode before anybody else?
We're not going to be here when they're airing it.
Individually, each of these so-called Omega keys is useless. Yet, possessing even a single one grants me tremendous negotiating power with either Autobots or Decepticons. Still, imagine if I managed to acquire the other 3. And seize the throne as Starscream the First, Supreme Overlord and Emperor of Destruction. Megatron, I lack the necessary infrastructure to enforce such a reign. No warship, no army. Only my meager laboratory finds. A ground bridge remote control, a single remaining dose of red energon. And you, old friend. But I would all too gladly trade this, simply to be restored to my former glory.
Transformers Prime, all new Friday at 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific. It could happen only on the Hub.
Usually does.
He talks a lot to himself.